Hey guys, welcome back. So here's Tony Lasha. Today in this little video we're going to discuss what language learning process really looks like, and I'm going to make up a very good example, a pretty clear understandable comparison that you guys may definitely you might use in order to understand what the process how the process really works, and most importantly how not to stop in order to understand where you're going, because this is definitely language learning process is just like a long way that you have to go through, and sometimes you really want to stop because there are lots of difficulties, there are lots of little issues that you are struggling with. However, I tried to record this video yesterday. By the way, the lighting was not promising, and I didn't look well. My whole appearance, I was sleepy, etc. But I had a mood to talk. But anyway, let's move on. So in this one, I'm gonna tell you what language learning process really looks like and how it works. So we're going to compare language learning process with walking along some street, the street that you know very well. For example, when you're walking along the street that you know, for example, it's your street, you're living on the street and you know everything, right? So it could be a living street, could be a walking street, could be some sort of a shopping street, does not matter where you are, right? So the thing is that you know everything, right? So when you walk along the street, you know everything and everybody. So it's just something that is so common, right? So regular to you, so you understand how all the processes around you work, how people deal with and cope with different issues, etc. So this is clear and understandable. So let's compare this street with some street at some other city or maybe at some other country, doesn't matter. So the thing is that let's compare your street with some other street that you do not know, that you're not familiar with. So this another street is a foreign language. Your street, the street that you know very well, is your native language. So it could be Russian, could be French, could be any language, Spanish, Chinese, whatever. So your native language is the street that you know very well. And your another language, a foreign language that you are trying to practice, to learn, to master, is another street that you do not know. You have no idea what people are living on the street. You don't know what processes, what jobs they take, and whatever companies, different operations, whatever. You know nothing about this street. Maybe you heard of something, but you're not familiar. So the thing is that when we compare a foreign language with this street, with another street that you don't know, would be a perfect example. A perfect example of language learning process. So here's the topic. Let's get started. You can walk along the street that you do not know at night and with your eyes closed and with your eyes taped, maybe, okay? Maybe there's a hat on, maybe there's some sort of mask without eyes open. So you are walking along the street that you do not know and with your eyes closed, and there's also something on your eyes, something that is covering your eyes as well, just to make you even more confused. So you have nothing. It means that you are not going to get any idea or any understanding on what's going on around you, and what the local culture is, what the local language is, and what the local, we'll say, specialties, features are, etc. You have no idea. So, and this is how we are going to compare this street and you with your eyes closed walking at night with some sort of a foreigner that usually goes to some other country without knowing the local language. So, and that is why that would be a perfect example. You know very well, when that kind of a person goes to a foreign country, he or she always needs some sort of a help, some sort of assistance, right? Just to understand what's going on. It could be business related issues, or could be a touristic trip or something like that. But the point is that you know that that kind of person is going to need assistance, a translator, right? So you're going to pay much more money, or you're going to waste much more time, and both are quite painful things, by the way. So this assistance that you just cannot survive without. You must need those things. For example, you go to some Arabic country and they do not speak English, and you will be just like a blind cat, knowing nothing, and on how to deal with local people, and to arrange whatever things you need. So that's when it comes to this example. Language learning process is based on the same example, similar approach. So when you learn new words, you're going to expand your vocabulary. You're going to learn to master new phrases, new grammatical, let's say, structures, etc., phrasal verbs, etc., idioms, etc. So you're going to expand your vocabulary, and you're going to grow some confidence. Is that correct? Of course it is. So, and that's why we can compare this with walking along the street. So the more you learn, the more you master, the more uncovering process begins. So you're walking along the street at night with your eyes closed at the beginning. Then the more you learn, the more you master, the more time you invest into this process, the more your eyes are going to be opened, right? So you're going to slowly and slowly and slowly uncover your eyes. First, you're going to remove the tape line. For example, I don't know, there is some tape on your eyes, right? So you are going to remove this. Then there will be this mask that is trying to block your vision, right? So you see nothing. So anyway, you're going to take it away, right? Take it off. And then you're going to slowly open your eyes. So this is the process that we compare with language learning process, because the more you learn, the more you practice, the more connections that you're going to make, going to create this effect, right? So these things are going to, all in all, right, they're going to create this effect of uncovering yourself. So you're going to open your eyes slowly, so the world is getting more and more understandable, more clear, right? And you see that the night that was at the beginning, right, everything was dark and unclear. Now it's becoming more and more and more and more light, right? So the sun is rising slowly, it rises on you, and this is something that demonstrates perfectly different students' level, by the way. Someone would say, oh, I'm already confident enough, I gotta stop here, I know everything. But again, maybe this person stopped at, let's say, 4 o'clock at night. There is some sunrise, right? But it's not up yet, right? So, and again, so you gotta move on. So the most important thing here is now just not to overestimate yourself. Always understand when people criticize you and what that kind of critics is. So that would be a positive direction, right, of criticizing, or a negative effect. So negative effect you should always turn into a positive effect. So in order to see that you still can handle with something more, you can cope with something that will increase the level of your language. So, and that's how it works basically, incredibly useful example, incredibly practical example. And well, my last advice, probably final advice, would be don't stop. There's this another street, right? Another street that you don't know, you're not familiar with. It's night, your eyes are covered. You gotta walk, you gotta go forward, don't stop, right? Master things that you dealt with previously, make them better, make your skills grow, everything will be fine. It's going to be all right. Most importantly, you don't stop, you keep going, uncover yourself. So open your eyes slowly, the sun is going to rise and the day is going to come. That's it. You're welcome, people, you're welcome. My name is Tony Laoshe. It's a nickname, of course, but the thing is that I teach languages, I practice languages. It's English, Russian, and Chinese. Well, some Spanish as well. But for now, that's it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in our next one. Have a good time. I think I'm going to record the same video in Russian. I'll see you later. Maybe in Chinese as well. Fortunately, most of my audience wouldn't be quite confident with Chinese. See you guys. Bye.